in protest. Can you imagine the level of desperation involved in Nipa? So I bet I said we are seeing na basa unni das wobia bibia be amao etino o show ho ade akasem a che omanfo na no buy no e ti say eja or Tunisia because na crofo bebre te say ono ebi a won e war mamu sa time hu ne sa enso na crofo ti say ono no doso papa a wonyina so say hey we na all kind of samama and so near susie every ocean and no and if you see here the man North Africa this Arab Spring no by I've said it and I'll repeat it again. Those who are coming to this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed. They better go to the private sector. That is where people make money, not in government.
Which were really bad times where we all slept at the petrol station. So that's indication that, you really need to get up and talk about it, because we cannot, as a nation that deserves so much more, come to this level.
I'm working like a bull and I'm paying my taxes. The government got to work like a bull as well and make sure that my road is fixed, that I have electricity, that I have water. That is their job. It is not for me to tell the president how to fix the economy. If he didn't know how to fix the economy, why did he run for office?
And as you can see,
the 37 ran about, and that is what is happening. As you can see, there's a standoff between the protesters and the police. They were first heading to the Jubilee House, but there was a barricade mounted by the police, and they were prevented from moving further to the Jubilee House. So they took a quick turn, and they are now at the at the cross section, right at the 37. Now, if I may be able to talk to a protester, let me get to a protester to talk to and ask them what you are welcome. Please, your name.
My name is General Olabode Williams, Chairman 1.
You are welcome to Metro TV. What is happening? What is happening now?
What is happening is bizarre. We are citizens of this country, and for that matter, we are suffering in this country, trying to present our petition to the Jubilee House, and Nanado is preventing us. That is why we are here. We are here also because they are not doing accountability to the nation. They are stealing our money. The economy is in shambles, and yet they are not telling us anything. That is why we, the youth, are rising up in making sure that they correct the anomalies and quit the seat of government. No more intimidation in this country. Nobody has the right to stop us from presenting our petition to the Jubilee House. Nanado has made it possible in stopping us from presenting our petition. Time will tell, and posterity will judge.
Well, you've heard him. Let us also talk to another protester, ANC.
You must understand that the country does not belong to one person. It does not belong to two families. It does not belong to the people in power. It belongs to us. How you break a hospital knowing that people go there to receive medical attention that saves lives, and for years you have not built it up. I would like to understand the reasoning behind it. How you can know that people are here dying and you want to build a cathedral. Why the God where you don't want to build a cathedral for? You know they care about the lives of people in the Labadi there. That be all I get talk. I beg you, if you don't say no, go do the job, up and leave. Resign. Leave. If you can't, you can't. So far you can't. There is no reason why we will all be here suffering and then everyone should be making money. How can you lose money in your house, in your bedroom, and you don't know that the money is gone? How do you know that? How can you live like that? And then when they want to bring it out, you come look in the face of all these intelligent Ghanaians and tell us that it is FINRA. Nah, man, you guys, you're not ready. We have time. We have time. We will sleep here. You will understand that we are tired. You will get it. You will get. You know why here? You travel. You go. You will understand that we are tired.
So, if the what do you want now? As it stands now, what do you want?
Are you a Ghanaian?
Yes, I am.
Are you going through what we are going through? Honestly answer. Leave your station. Honestly answer. Are you going through what we are going through? Are you? Madam, are you going through? Don't run away, don't leave me. Answer me. So that I know that I'm not mad. So that I know that I'm not fighting for my children alone. I'm fighting for you.
We can see a lot of protesters here. It's a common goal. It's a common go.
This is your answer. This is your answer. She cannot even talk. Because if she talks, somebody from somewhere will take her job. She cannot even tell you that she is suffering. Ask her. Call your brother and your sister. Call your family members and ask them, are they going through what we standing here are going through? That is it. Thank you very much.
Today is Saturday and a lot of protesters are here. And you know that this is protesting day 3. This is the demonstration day 3 and it's Saturday, so a lot of protesters are here. They are here to give their grievances. They said they want good education. That is what they said they want. They want good hospital, good governance, accountability, and they want checks and balances to work. They want separation of powers to work, but while separation of powers is working, they want checks and accountability. That is what they are demanding. And they want the president of Ghana to attend to them now and take their petition. Now, they said they are being prevented from going to the Jubilee House. Now, I can see the security expert, Adib Sani, is here, and let's quickly talk to him. You are welcome to Metro TV.
Thank you, Vanessa. I trust you are well.
I'm fine, thank you.
Woman.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you. So, what have you seen going on?
Well, when I came earlier this morning, everything appeared calm. The protesters went through the main 37 crossroad traffic on their way towards the Jubilee House. Unfortunately for them, towards the end of the 37 military hospital wall, there was a barricade. So when they got there, they agreed in principle with the police that they had a different route. In fact, the police proposed. So on their way back towards the 37 traffic crossroad, there was an attempt by the police to barricade them. So they are able to box them, you know, just within the walls of the 37 military hospital. Unfortunately, people got agitated, and that is what has created anger. But you see, Vanessa, in every situation of this nature, it is imperative that there's some level of trust, okay? However, when you agree in principle on certain modalities, then from nowhere, so-called order from above comes and distorts the planned line of activity. It creates a bit of mistrust, and that's exactly what we're seeing happen here. Unfortunately, what could have been a bit more peaceful has resulted in the main crossroad being blocked as we stand here, and I find it quite disingenuous on the part of the police.
Do you think this is a security threat? What is going on now? Do you think it's a security threat?
Absolutely, because
we are engaging you because you have blocked the road, which is not allowing your other colleagues to also use the road. They also have the right to use the road. So I want to appeal to you as human beings, as people who don't want people to suffer. Your colleagues are suffering. They cannot go, so they are stranded. You can do your demonstration. You have every right to do your demonstration. But what we are appealing to you is to please allow the traffic to grow. Allow the traffic so that your fellow colleagues will be comfortable to get to their destination. That is an appeal.
Is or was a serial demonstrator. He got to fame through demonstration. Nothing else, nothing more. Tell me what credibility that Gowon has done in life to become a president of Ghana. Through demonstration. He got to fame through demonstration. American musician took drone and took a video in our seat of government. That one wasn't national security. We want to demonstrate. Today, that's national security. That place is a security zone. UN General Assembly, the Security Council. Ghanaians are there demonstrating. Our president is over there. Nobody is sacking them to demonstrate.
See how they kill your people. See how they kill. You go escort duties, then they shoot your people. That Blekuma one, the recent one, are they around before they shoot the guy? That Blekuma one, I cried because I they see his wife for TV talk. Imagine you there here.
They say go duty. They call your wife, you die. See, which one be that? We did this country where IGP Bonu talk say if the bullion vans no be bulletproof, they don't go allow you to go. But what happened? Bonu no retire go, but still, you know, this year not they kill somebody for Ablekuma. Chairman, we then you know get problem. We then you, we never get problem. We they fight for everybody. The street we they top where we go survive tonight. Can Osumo could drink beer at it.
Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's granddaughter that I saw today, she doesn't operate the biggest duty-free shop at the Terminal 3. Kwame Nkrumah's granddaughter doesn't have the biggest restaurant in Ghana. Listen, today, if I had stayed in my house, I am going to waste money on betting. The police people, they bet more than us. The youths, we are all graduates. Some of us have masters. We don't have jobs. We are speaking for the youths. We are speaking for the streets.
From 2014, I've been singing and representing these things in my songs. Why would it be? I've been singing about the Galamsey situation. I've put in blood, sweat, and tears. I actually went to the Western region and built 4 boreholes, big mechanized boreholes, costing me almost $100,000 for 4 communities. These are solutions that I personally can put into the problems that are going on that is making everybody else not happy about what is happening. The PRA that is heavily polluted and everything. You see, we understand that this is part of our constitutional right. For nothing at all, I'm a student of public administration at GIMPA, level 400, and I understand these things. Ask me why I'm back in school, because I know my course and I know that these are the things that make a nation great. And as much as I sing them in my song, I want to live it. That's why I'm here. Not about the backlash. Because, of course, not everybody is here as a nation. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a sacrifice for everything. Kwame Nkrumah is dead now. Muammar Gaddafi. All the big names you can mention. Rawlings. Who? Akweje. There's a sacrifice for everything, and I'm not trivializing that, but that is the sacrifice that we will go through as citizens, you know, to make sure that our voices are heard. In as much as it is really sad that you find out that people are beating when they are not armed. You understand what I'm saying? But I see it from a point of sacrifice for our voices to be heard, because it's not an easy thing to stand in front of power.
The president or the government have not said anything to that effect, even though protesters are on the street.
At their own time, they will speak, because once the police is here, this is an arm of the government as well. So it's just about relaxing, you know what I'm saying? Because if they come to talk today, tomorrow, that doesn't solve the problem that we all face. You know what I'm saying? Once we are able to send our signals across, that alone is enough.
Before we make another step further, we have written down our thoughts. We want to share it with the nation. One of the things that we do not do is to hand over paper petitions to anybody. They use the petitions for toilet roll. They sent us, they told us that they are sending a minister to come and take a petition. We said no. We are coming to speak to the people of Ghana. The ministers do not deserve our attention anymore. The president does not deserve our attention anymore. It is the people of Ghana we must address ourselves to. We are taking back our democracy. We are taking back our country. This is what we are doing today. Today, on the dry, arid, and concrete asphalt of a road that leads to a house of shame, I have found family here. A family born out of adversity, but united by our diversity. We stand here as a reminder that we have built a new coalition of young people. A coalition that understands the value of resilience and the belief in justice. Today we stand here on the precipice of change. We gather in the spirit of African resilience and determination. We are reminded of the Ghanaian spirit. Ghana, our youth in their commitment have shown us that the dream of a new Ghana is possible. Together we have shown Ghana that the call for justice and freedom cannot be silenced, no matter the odds that are stacked against us. Ghana, our youth in their commitment have shown us that the dream of a new Ghana is possible. Together we have shown Ghana that the call for justice and freedom cannot be silenced, no matter the odds that are stacked against us. For the people of Ghana, I want to remind you that the youth you see today occupying Junobi House are purchasing tomorrow's freedom for your sake and for tomorrow's sake. By their blood and the tears they have shed today, we have exemplified the enduring spirit of the Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, Thomas Sankara, the vision of yesterday's leaders for a prosperous and socially just Africa. If you want to prove freedom, you must break the odds of violence and the chains that hold you back. The chains are behind me. The chains that hold us back are behind me. Are you ready to break those chains today? Are you ready to break those chains today? We must push and push and push till we get to Jubilee House.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time. This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirty, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. Inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
All right, good morning to you. Welcome to the program. It's Good Morning Ghana. My name is Annie.
for Ampofo, and it's yet another Monday, the 25th of September 2023. We're bringing you another program discussing the issues of the day. We'll go through the newspapers and then later I'll introduce the guests. I start off with Daily Graphic, and it says bill to remove 15% sanitary pad tax introduced. SOSU presents draft law to Parliament. Ghana to host Africa's first lithium refinery. New property rate regime. GRA identifies 10.12 million properties. Special supplement to mark World Pharmacist Day. Daily Guide. No campaign of delegates. MPP warns flag bearer aspirants. Light Foundation marks International Peace Day. Ado Kufuor angry over $1 billion rich tag. Ex-Bantama MP death sparks controversy. May he so rest in peace. I've seen some of the controversies on social media. Very interesting. But protesters plan to occupy Mahama's office. Protesters plan to occupy Mahama's office. The New Crusading Guide. Energy Minister slams minority over GNPC latest coal phase 6 financing, says there was no wrongdoing. Anger in Kropong over deplorable state of MPs recently rehabilitated and commissioned clinic. The deplorable state of a recently rehabilitated clinic. Government commences training for 2,000 hospitality staff in French language. Groundbreaking book on chronic pain launched, and congratulations to my friend for this. Okay, Ghanaians dare Vomawo to produce alleged $1 million bribery audio. Social media goes wild, and Ernest Ozubempa clashes with Donyina Jiabo Kweku Azar weighs in. The Insight newspaper. Nkrumah, NPP guru says his infrastructure development unmatched. People's Redemption Movement condemns violence at EC's limited voter registration exercise. Fix the Country SMG condemns police arrest of group leaders. Massive protests against Akufo-Addo rocks US over IMF deal National Cathedral. The Herald. Akufo-Addo orders GNPC to secure $700 million loan to settle debt created by his family business, sparks concerns. Ghana military sits on rape case against senior officer. Government dishing out 300 million Ghana cedis to McDonald's salt business. Nagging questions raised. Coming up, Kennedy Agyapong's days as Ghana Gas Board Chair numbered. The Daily Statesman. Gabi, economic integration guarantees Ghana's peace, prosperity. Amakofe Boa contradicts himself over Lembele Road project. And then we also have redirect investments to Africa. Akufo-Addo urges global Africans. Baka Vomawo dared over alleged $1 million bribery audio. Fixing the Country movement calls for expedited action on Airbus scandal. Hospitality staff receive French lessons. The Ghanaian Publisher. Agric Minister refused farmers' claim. Government trains 2,000 hospitality staff in French. Political leaders sustaining corruption. Togbe Afade. Vomawo sweats over bribe, lie, and lie is in quotes. Majority Leader Asenso Boakye mourned former Bantama MP. The Ghanaian Observer, $1 million bribery coup monger challenge to produce alleged recording. Boost for tourism industry as government begins training for 2,000 hospitality staff in French language. NPP mourns late former MP for Bantama. No wrongdoing in GNPC Litasco Phase 6 Financing Energy Ministry. Bawumia suspends campaign for EC registration exercise. The Finder. We're just doing our work and not harassing traders, GRA. Deplorable investors vital for Africa's prosperity, APN. Oforiatta welcomes Ghana's election to host CVF Secretariat. French classes for 2000 commences to serve French-speaking tourists better, Dr. Awal. CSOs applaud Afrinic and Cocobot on cocoa rehab feat. Radio Adan journalists on trial over publication of fake news about Magdan is dead. Wait. Radio Adan journalists on trial over publication of fake news about Magdan is dead. And he goes by the name Noah Na Dame. Wow. I'm frozen. I'm sorry, but Daily Post. NPP nervous of Alan's next move today. NPP nervous of Alan's next move today. Police are laying with tyrannical Akufo-Addo government against citizens minority. And without guarantor system, EC would have disenfranchised many eligible voters. Omane Boama. NDC executives snubbed the political EC member Peter Apiahene. NDC executives snubbed the political EC member Peter Apiahene. And that's it for the newspaper headlines this morning. Let's take a break.
Ready for something refreshing and great tasting for your kids' enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
For your graduation enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
Beach hangout?
Angel Cola.
For all your refreshing moments?
Angel Cola.
For your parties, get-togethers, events, and celebrations, enjoy a chilled bottle of Angel Cola.
Radio Grandma, today is your day. Over to you.
Thank you. Enjoyment Cola.
Angel Cola.
The Enjoyment Cola. Enjoy all your moments and fun time with Angel Cola. This advert is FDA approved.
Inside Black Star Press Limited. Grow inside the invective minds, evolving concepts, and the creative trends. The printing press you need now. Witness the beauty, diversity, and natural wonder with our works. Inside Black Star Press Limited, in association with Lionhead Group of Companies. Call us now on 0200-880-000 for all your print works. Black Star Press Limited, a worldwide reputation for quality printing.
Mommy.
Michelle say, fe. Ah.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Chocolate Toothpaste. Healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Chocolate Toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi. Kel Chocolate Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say, but as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ampedu.
Good afternoon, Mr. Asare.
How is business doing?
My business is collapsing.
Why is your business collapsing?
I sold my products and services to my clients on credit, and my debtors are not paying their debts.
Have you heard of Rosic Consult Limited, a debt recovery company operating in all the 16 regions of Ghana?
Not at all.
Mr. Ampedu, all you need to do is to contact them on their customer service line. I recommend Rosic Consult Limited, a debt recovery company to financial institutions, businessmen and businesswomen, other companies, and also individuals. Rosic Consult has 98.4% debt recovery rate. We have professional debt recovery managers. You are assured of swift debt recovery. No recovery, no commission. For Rosic Consult Limited, no more write-offs. And we pre-finance the recovery ourselves.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
JA Plant Food Ghana Limited has introduced the all-new Jetto X70 Plus to the market. Jetto X70 Plus is a modern, spacious family SUV with a stylish design, advanced technology, and outstanding quality that promises you luxury with affordability. Jetto X70 Plus comes with an exceptional engine warranty of 4 years or 100,000 kilometers.
Yamawakwaba the bad Nadum Auto Fix and Accessories. Ahadie e bano KSC ne ho akadia. Ubenya bibie biwa. Ka bia ne how any new here. Yanso ye wo ho animdefo a obeso anu yi ama. Nadum Auto Fix and Accessories ye dwumedie de. Eye 24/7 o. Ye siesie wo engine, wo brake, battery, yesesa wo tire. Se bano car wash dia. Je wo abefun fidie bi ti se steamer ye de horo car engine abra nsuo nko engine nim. Ye san ye detailing metre se ye betwetwe car no mu ba bia ma o. Ye wi a ya san polish car na ma o kama. Enye we no nko ye san to car batteries, tires, rims, any de keke kan. Manadum Auto Fix and Accessories ema wo car ensi ne dedem na nwu adwuma ma o. Hwehwe ye chira kwan wo dansoma na sorry dan ho a ene KFC bon hwani mu e won kran. Se wo information anansem bi se bia 024-651-9369. Nadum Auto Fix and Accessories.
ECG is now cashless. My studio lights are always on. I never run out of power. With the ECG Power app, I'm able to report an issue, check my credit, buy power, all in real time whenever I need to. I don't worry if ECG vendors are closed. In the comfort of wherever I may be, I still keep my lights on thanks to the ECG Power app. You can simply use mobile money wallets, Visa or MasterCard, it does not attract e-levy. With the ECG Power app, you are totally covered. To download, go to the App Store or the Google Play Store. You don't have a smartphone? Don't worry. No internet? Don't worry. No data? Do not worry. Just dial *226#. This is what I call convenience in your hands. ECG Power app. A yes simple pa.
My son, there's more blessing in giving than receiving. When you fear for you and cover the makers in Sranu Deuro.
The pneumatological aberration of the Lord revealed unto me this night that me and my household should go out into the world and bless the world.
Makers Electronics Company Limited. I'm up to 67% discount. Our selected appliances.
This is what I call quintessential immaculatability.
The Makers Electronics Company Limited. Ewo Taifa Burkina Highway. Amasama Zongo Junction. Edike Pharmacy Dining. Oyer Fateman Boga Junction. Ashaman Valco Flat. Kumasi. Ahinema Kokobin. Asafu Bwachi Hospital Junction. Sakradi. Efiekuma. Number 9 Market.
Tell mom and dad about the Makers Blessing Attack program.
From 0552 222 253 and 0552 222 254. Terms and conditions apply. The same got to moon. I'm a sissy.
All right, you're welcome back to the program, and this is Good Morning Ghana. We're live from the studios here at North Ridge, and I still have to remind viewers that we've moved from our old place to North Ridge. So just in case some of you are still going to Labone, we're no more in Labone. We're now at North Ridge, very close to the Alisa Hotel, or if you're looking for Plus 233, we are on the same streets. All right, so take note of that. Okay. So my guests are already with me. Beatrice Annan, a lawyer. She's joined me here, and she's also a member of the NDC Communications team. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I hope you're well.
Annie, I'm not so well.
I know. Don't complain too much.
No, I'm not complaining. I just want to tell viewers that if they see a change in my face, it's because I'm having some allergic reaction from an attempt to try something new. And I ate something and I'm just reacting. But physically, I'm very strong apart from the allergic reaction. So forgive me for the swollen face that I have this morning.
But you always have a swollen face. You have cheeks.
Shining cheeks.
You have always, cheeks that are popping out of your eye.
It's hereditary. My mother is as beautiful as me. That's why.
Anyway, I thank God for the beauty this morning.
Yeah.
All right. So Elena Madeko is also a member of the MPP communications team. She's also joined us here in the studio. Ellen, you're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you also? I hope you didn't eat anything funny.
No.
You're fine.
I'm very fine.
It's been a while.
Yes. 41 years of God's grace and mercy. Let me
belated happy birthday.
Thank you. Let me thank all those who sent me very good wishes yesterday. I do appreciate it. The messages are a lot. I would reply to every one of them. But thank you. And as I usually do on my birthdays, I would like to show a huge appreciation to my father. As usual, he stepped in for me. He's with the boys to allow me to work. So thank you, Daddy. I do appreciate it. But I'm good.
All right. So let's do some, find some money, and then we'll come back to the issues. It says that enjoying the fruits of your labor is as important as enjoying the mansions of your labor. The pains of climbing stairs when not exercising could be challenging for all ages, and but worry no more. Lifts and elevators have got you covered with the best portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators on the market today. Simple and self-supported elevator for both homes and offices. And guess what? It lifts you good too. Wheelchairs can fit in and they come in a custom-made modules. It is affordable and can be installed within 3 days. So visit Lift and Elevators Sakumano, or just call them on 020-5355-5 or send an email. So it's 0200-5355-5 or send an email to elevatorsgh@gmail.com for consultations and the best solutions in easy vertical movements. Now, MTN also says that imagine getting rewarded for doing something you already do every single day. Sounds too good to be true. And well, what Momo season is all about is that there is something for everyone. And download the Momo app on Play Store or App Store and use Momo Pay for your day-to-day transactions and to the merchant, either through the QR code or merchant ID, and also stand a chance of winning the 1,000 Ghana cedis weekly on our amazing prizes. And our merchants are also not left out of the reward. Receive payment and win. Keep using your Momo Pay on the Momo app and be rewarded. There are lots and lots of exciting prizes for everyone. So what are we doing today? Transact more with Momo Pay, earn more points, and win big this Momo season. Visit the website, that's the Momo Merchant application.mtn.com.gh for Momo for Business account today. It's Momo season. Just Momo it with Momo Pay. Terms and conditions applied. Now, brushing your kids' teeth sometimes becomes very difficult. I know most of you experience that due to the resistance, because the taste of the toothbrush available to them is quite sometimes difficult for the kids to use. So use Kel Kids toothpaste, flavored with strawberry, that gives you the perfect taste of kids and makes them develop the personal attitude and love for brushing their teeth on a daily basis and whenever they have to do it. So Kel Kids toothpaste protects child's gum, prevents cavity, and makes the teeth strong and healthy with freshness all day. Kel Kids toothpaste is recommended for children between 2 to 6 years old. A product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Saso, and is approved by the Food and Drugs Authority, FDA. Kel Kids, happy smile. Also, the Energy Awards is here again, and it is the 7th edition. And this year, the theme is Ghana Energy Transition Framework. Sector institutions as building blocks for the 2030-2040 target. So now, it is the best part that you can nominate yourself. That's the best part of it. You can nominate yourself, someone, or even an institution for these categories. These are Visionary Leadership Award, CEO of the Year, Energy Investment Impact Award, Energy Institution of the Year, the Energy Signature Award, Energy Company of the Year, and an Energy Think Tank of the Year, Rising Star, Energy Reporter of the Year, and many more. So visit www.GhanaEnergyAwards.com for more information and call 055 930 0631 for sponsorship. And the Ghana Energy Award is also endorsed by the World Energy Council, Ghana Energy Ministry of Energy, and also it is validated by the Mazars Ghana as well. Energy Awards 7 years of refining excellence. Now, with education, why don't you want to secure your future with Accra Business School? Boost your career with our prestigious MSc degree from KNUST, pick from HRM, Communication, International Marketing, International Relations, Public Affairs, and IT Management. In just 12 months, our MBA can be yours. Dive into our BSc programs in IT, security, and cybercrime, and also IT management and business management, endorsed by top universities in Ireland and Wales, right? So we offer flexible entry payments and learning options convenient to you. It's time to unlock your potential and take position. Visit www.abs.edu.gh or call us on 0206 888 555 or 0206 888-666. Visit our campus at Spintex Road, Christ Square. Let Accra Business School elevate your future today. Okay? So if you have some time on your hands, these days you don't even have any time on your hands, just double task. Go for certificates and go to school. I'll be starting mine soon. So you're welcome once again. My guests are welcome as well. All of you are on your phones, but well, it's been a busy week. It's been a busy weekend for all of us. Are you taking me off? Okay, my producers, let me know what you're doing. Okay, so it's been a busy week last week, and of course getting to the end of the week and then the weekend as well, because we had some youth of this country who rose against all odds, I would say, against all odds, to demonstrate to the government, to the people, to everybody, to the world, for us to let their voices be heard as far as the economic hardship is concerned and what they think that government should do for us. I'm sure most of you witnessed it, all of you witnessed it, or both of you witnessed it. Beatrice, yes. You did. Ellen, you also did. You witnessed it.
I heard about it.
You heard about it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, well, let me read a few for you. Occupy Jubilee House. Occupy Jilobi House. There was no concrete basis for a 3-day demo. This is the NPP Youth Wing that has released a statement. And let me read excerpts of it. I have the statement, but let me read excerpts of the story. The Youth Wing of the governing New Patriotic Party has dismissed the 3-day protests organized by the pressure group Democracy Hub. In a statement, the youth organizer for the NPP, Salam Mustafa, said, I tried so hard in the 3rd days of the protest to take home the most salient reason and demand for the protest, but nothing concrete except for the usual rhetoric of fix the road, motorway, cost of living on the tangentials, which borders on politics. I think we have the statement, so you can put it up for viewers to see what we're reading from. And then in the story, it goes on to say that Mustafa, however, condemned the actions of the police during the first day of the hashtag Jilobi House demonstration on the Thursday, September 21. He emphasized that the importance of the police in drawing lessons from the past events to prevent such occurrences. Quote, I followed with keen interest a 3-day demonstration organized by the group known as the Democracy Hub. Now, I want to firstly condemn the action of the police force on the first day of the demonstration. I thought that the barbaric act was meted on us in September 2015, where we were brutalized and served as a lesson for the police to learn from and never to repeat again. But Allah, for the records, the right to demonstrate is an inalienable guaranteed by the Constitution. Citizens have the right to protest, albeit peacefully, to drum home their demands, responding to the group demands for better conditions for Ghana. Salam Mustafa, who admitted that Ghanaians are going through economic difficulties, assured the government of efforts of fixing the country. So in a conclusion,
The gallant youth of this country deserve better. We are in the difficulties, no doubt about it. But I can state unequivocally that all young people around the world share similar stories as we do here. And though we have varying degrees, but sufficiently, there is global stress on all of us. So those are, I think, some of the excerpts of the statement released by the youth organizer for the party. Now, during the week, the NDC also condemned the police act. I think a lot of activists and analysts have also condemned the police in their action. But let's refer to the statement also by the police after the whole 3-day protest ended. The police statement on following the end of the 3-day demonstration by Democracy Hub Group. And it says that following the end of the 3-day demonstration by the above-mentioned group, the police would like to express gratitude to members of the public, especially those in Accra, for their support and understanding while we worked within our mandate to maintain law and order during the demonstration. The police would also like to apologize to members of the public who were inconvenienced in one way or the other, especially those who were caught up in the vehicular hold-ups during the demonstration. In fact, that one I was very mad at the police, because we cannot, in the name of trying to maintain law and order, inconvenience people. We were in traffic for 4 to 5 hours, 6 hours. That's loss of productivity and money. It was crazy that how is it that people are demonstrating about money, right? About hardship, about the economy, and then in a way of making sure that we maintain law and order, we rather intensify the economic hardship. Let me go on and read the statement. So it goes on to say that as the demonstration has come to an end, we look forward to meeting with the organizers of for the debriefing session with them with the aim of fostering a more fulfilling engagement in the future. We would like to assure the public once again that the service is not against any person or group of persons who may want to demonstrate. We have a track record of providing security for demonstrations in the past, and will continue to do so within the confines of the law. We therefore urge the public to continue to partner with us as we work towards deepening our democratic credentials and maintaining peace and security in our beloved country. Signed by Grace Ansa Akrofi, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Director, Public Affairs. So that is the final release that came from the police. Remember that they had already sent us earlier releases during the protest, denying certain allegations. There was the police reports on police arrest 49 suspects for unlawful assembly and violation of Public Order Act. That was the first statement that they released in the midst of the protest when they did the arrest. And then they released another one that had to do with the BBC journalists that we say we actually alleged that they arrested, and they denied that they arrested the BBC journalists and all that. I think the BBC journalist is yet to speak yet, but some of us, of course, from Metro TV, I'm sure most of you have heard the story and the reports already, and they have spoken. They denied at some points having harassed, arrest, maltreat, manhandled any journalist. But we have evidences and proof of our reporters, Bridget Osu and Vanetta Oduton, whose phone was even forced from her, and in the process, it was bad. It was bad. She was sexually assaulted, according to her, because she had about 6 or more police officers on her, trying to force to take the phone from her, and in the process of that, they were touching all signs of her body she didn't like. So that case is there. We have not finished dealing with it. Bridget's own is there. We haven't finished dealing with it, and the police seem to be denying some of these things. So from where I sit, of course, I feel offended as a journalist, but we'll tackle it as we go. So these are the issues. There's more, but as we go, I'll bring them across. Bridges, I think I'll start with you. Because I want to start with you. Bear with me.
Okay. I think that let me start on your concern about the traffic. I think that let's not reduce the 3-day protest from Thursday to an issue of traffic. What would you rather have the protesters do? And you were complaining about the protest, that they blocked traffic. What would you rather?
No. I wasn't complaining about the protesters.
What you were complaining about?
I was complaining about the attempt of the police, because if you're driving on the 37 stretch, you'd see that they blocked the other side of the road, which is the ongoing traffic towards Accra. So they blocked that side all the way from 37 Hospital to the Flagstaff House, because they were trying to stop, So their attempt to block and restrain the people to a certain path got all of us crammed up in that small stretch, and we used it back and forth.
Then I get you.
For some reason, I think it just went all the way to affect other stretches, all the way to the Gold House area, because they all meet at a certain point.
As for the police, the least said about them, the better. I think that it's most shameful to say that the colonial mentality has not left the police service. Ghana police should be ashamed of themselves on what happened on Nkrumah's birthday. And this is where I say that the Ghana Bar Association is becoming perhaps the most useless organization after the government.
The Ghana Bar Association,
yes, which I am a member to, is becoming the most useless organization.
Then you are one of them.
I'm not. Members are not useless. The leadership is useless. And I say this with no apology.
Okay.
What happened when the protesters were arrested was that my colleague lawyers went in there to seek bail or to secure bail for people. And I have done bail number of times. The police had the effrontery to beat lawyers and arrest them, and other lawyers had to leave and go and bail lawyers who had gone to bail protesters. Where is this done?
They've denied it.
They've denied what?
They said they haven't beaten anyone.
Please.
So for now we
even the story about the BBC correspondent, I spoke to Nandi, is my very good friend. I spoke to him yesterday. He was arrested. So I don't even expect the Ghana police to accept or admit that they did that. I spoke to Vanessa.
You know, for
how
some reason,
6 men put
I want to
their
believe
hands
that
in between
because
her
they
legs.
went in a swoop, they picked up people, they didn't even know their identities.
Yes, they were just picking up
exactly
people.
my point.
No, but I'm saying that even if you picked up people without knowing their identities, and lawyers have come to bail those people, or lawyers are intervening in the process of arrest, you don't arrest the lawyers and beat them. Lawyer Roxon was arrested, beaten. Other lawyers had to go and bail, and the Ghana Bar Association is quiet. But when they organize a bar conference and the president come to regurgitate things I doubt he even learned in the classroom, then they are quick to respond. I mean, the Ghana Bar Association should be ashamed of itself. Every year they'll be putting notices out there asking members to pay dues, asking members to pay 2,000 and above for bar conferences fee. They are only interested in the money. They are interested in protecting the government and their party apparatchiks. They are not interested in protecting the rights of its members. What society are we building?
Lawyers who went to help or assist the protesters, they are also members of the Ghana Bar
Yes,
Association.
they are.
So it means that the Ghana Bar Association still has members that are still committed to helping people.
But that is the more reason why they must speak up when their members are brutalized.
Okay.
They cannot choose to speak on partisan issue, make their platform available for politicians and so-called lawyers that we can't find their certificate. And when lawyers with certificates have issues, you cannot speak for them. For me, it is the selectivity that I'm concerned about. And I'm very angry this morning that you take dues from members, you do everything. Your very existence is because you have your members.
And when people are brutalized this way, lawyers are attacked, the NPP communicator, who is the president of the Ghana Bar Association, cannot speak about it. Why? Because it affects the image of his government. Then he might as well step aside for men of conscience to come and speak for lawyers in this country. It's a shame. Now back to the issues. I say that I salute the young people of this country. I salute the young generation. And I, as a young politician, I'm excited about the new revolution that we are building as a country, irrespective of the political parties that we belong. I'm excited that you are having young people who are becoming politically conscious, who are demanding for that which is better and that which would only make their lives better. I had the opportunity to join their X spaces. I join, I listen to perspectives. I actually did. I listen to what young people are saying. I listen to the fact that people have experiences, even Ghanaians in the diaspora, the young people, you can see that what they want is the best for the country. And I think that nobody will say that citizens do not deserve the best. What were the young people on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday protesting against? I see that you've played quite a number of the videos. First of all, they were protesting against a healthcare system that is inadequate, that is dysfunctional. And that is why I say that the NPP government is the most useless government of the Fourth Republic. And this is why I say so. I remember very well in the run-up to the 2016 election, when the NDC kept saying that we have built UGMC, we have built Rage Phase 1, we have built the Bekwai Hospital, we have built the Bank of Ghana Hospital. In fact, the vision was to build a 6,000-bed hospital across the 10 regions of Ghana then, so that Ghana would be a medical hub for the nation. And we needed to start somewhere. You know, I have been to South Africa. The UGMC hospital, South Africa has one of the best healthcare systems in Africa, if not the world. And today, there are some lab samples which are taken to South Africa. So you have to wait 4 or 5 days, sometimes months, to even know what is wrong with you. So the NDC government began building that health hub. What happened? I recall vividly Dr. Bawumia saying that for the monies that were being used to build all these hospitals across the region, he could use it to build a Dubai medical city. Today, not even a Haiti medical city. They do not have an equivalent of one hospital to their credit. So when young protesters hit the streets, they are saying that show us your equivalent of the healthcare system. The NDC government committed $246 million to replace medical equipment, because in some hospitals you don't have ventilators, in some hospitals you don't have enough beds. They said, why would you invest that money? Today, young people are on the street. A sensitive and a sensible government will say that we are doing this. So maybe young people be patient with us, we are building hospitals. They cannot say it. Have you seen the release by the youth organizer?
Yes.
He calls the demands of young people in this country for better health care as the usual rhetorics. This is the
he said on the third day of the protest.
He says that he has monitored the protest, and from the third day he did not find anything apart from the usual rhetorics of fix the road, good health care. You call the demand of young people in this country, and sometimes I feel sorry for the NPP people. It's as though we don't live with them. NPP communicators and party people are some of the, you can even describe them as needy. When we enter studios with them, most of them don't have cars.
But they don't have to drive.
Those who have
for
cars,
mobility.
So I'm making a point. Those who use Uber, they enter studio sweating. Sometimes you see them holding polythene bags.
But what do you want them to hold?
I don't know.
Leather bags.
The challenge is that the system is so bad that you who are everywhere defending government cannot even afford cars. You can't even afford cars. Some of them are so old. They should have some basic necessities of life they don't have.
As far as their job is concerned.
Whether their job or their lives in every sphere. So when the young people hit the street, they perhaps are even campaigning and championing for change for you more than even themselves. Because you who wake up and sit every morning on social media come and defend the government, your life is as worse as anybody.
But you know, we interviewed some of the protesters, and some of them said they don't care about MPP or NDC. They are very, in fact, I was on the Twitter space where you said you were. I think it was more like 24-hour type of thing they were having, meeting we were having. And it was interesting.
And it kept going on.
It kept going in a cycle. So it was interesting what they were saying, which some of them even attacked NDC, some of them attacked MPP.
Because you know why? The people deserve more. I have told you the NDC's achievements in health. Even with that, that is not an end in itself. It's a means to an end. So you keep doing this, people draw your attention, you move there, and that is why in the next phase of our lives as a nation, we need a leader who is humble and who can listen to us. Sometimes even listening to perspective, sometimes listening to people's views can even shape your worldview, because you are doing the policy and whatever thing you are doing it for them. So why can't you just listen? Why would you make a release and describe the demands as, rhetorics? The young people on the streets were demonstrating against profligacy and reckless expenditure. And it's a shame that this is the only government in the Fourth Republic that has run the largest government, paid the largest ex gratia, increased government of Ghana, our Office of Government Expenditure from 700 million to 3.1 billion in 2022. That is what they are demonstrating against. This government, as of 2022, had made a total revenue of 820 billion. If you add the taxes and other revenue, they have used 1.6% of that amount on roads. And they have used 93% of that amount on consumption. How on earth do you get 820 billion cedis? And you do not have an equivalent of UGMC. The rate which President Mahama built phase 1, phase 2 is there. Just adjacent where you are building the National Cathedral. Your predecessor built hospital. That phase 2 has not started before he left power. 7 years, no foundation for phase 2. You have used 15 million cedis to change car tires. 15 million cedis. 6.6 million cedis for internet. 59 million cedis for enhancement of government expenditure. These things are contained from the government or Office of the President's expenditure for 2022. And this is just 9 months. So when young people demonstrate and hit the street for 3 days, they are saying that enough of the recklessness, enough of the profligacy. What are the young people demonstrating against? Today, the IMF is saying that Ghana maintains its position as the #1 debt distressed country in Africa. We do not have any economic buffers. At a time when Dr. Bawumia was making all the noise, today I found one of his Facebook posts that says that download your, how do you call it? Download my lecture on how to restore the value of the cedi. We've downloaded it. His own lecture on how to restore the value of the cedi, we've downloaded it.
That's an old...
Yes, in 2016,
the previous, 2016.
When the dollar was 4 cedis. He said it is worse. Today, the dollar is almost 12 cedis. He cannot download his own lecture. That is what the young people are demonstrating against.
At the time he was making that speech, we had the stabilization fund, we have the sinking fund, we have the Exim Bank, we have the Ghana Infrastructural Fund, we have the Heritage Fund. We had built economic buffers that even projected our economic growth to 8%. We were on a mission to building a certain Ghana. They said that no, yet all these monies were just there. Today you have come. The stabilization fund, zero.
But you know, let's be fair. You have the benefit of posterity. So when you try to even do this comparison, it is easy for you to say that, well, things seem to be harder and tougher today as compared to the previous administration, which is why it's easy to do this argument. But that is not to say that at the time when people were trying to change their minds and change governments, they were not in a hardship.
No,
of course they were in a hardship.
What we are saying is
but you just have the benefit of hindsight.
What we are saying is that when you are in government, you must better the lives of the people.
Okay.
You must make the country better. Until we came, the hospitals I've mentioned to you were not there. We increased education. Kufuor came to improve on what JJ did. President Mahama and President Mills improved on what Kufuor did. At every point in time, there was a progress. The question is that whether we are satisfied at the rate of progress. Here, we are talking about a country that we are on a descending order, that we are descending lower, that every macroeconomic indicator shows that we are becoming worse. So the two are not the same. It's not about the fact that in the past, Kufuor's MPP will say we have done this. The NDC will say we've done this. It's a battle of ideas. It's a battle of who has built more hospitals. It's a battle of who has built more schools. Today we are talking about 60 compared to 0. In every sector of the economy, the young people are demonstrating against. I saw one, he said, all I want is potable water. Potable water. I mean, during the NDC time, we added 77.5 million gallons per day to water production. Expansion of the Kpong, the Atma projects, the Kpong water extension, my hometown, the Nuwa desalination project. You could see the project in Ashanti region, the Barakesi expansion, the Mampong. Since we left power, it has become nothing. The people are not getting water. Today, we are rationing water in Nuwa. So even
very expensive
in the
to
area
even
of
process.
water, you haven't added anything. What is the MPP's achievement on water reduction? For the first time, the people of Adenta saw water flowing. Today, Adenta is back to buying water. And the young people cannot ask for that basic needs like health, education, water, jobs. We cannot ask. And the MPP neither calls it rhetoric. I'm even more saddened that this was coming from the youth wing, because we would expect them to know better. We would expect that they live in the communities with people. We would expect that they have friends who are in school. We would expect that they understand the concerns of the young people of this country better. But no, they call it mere rhetoric. The young people of Ghana are saying that, I mean, enough of the corruption scandal. Enough of this government appropriating the properties of state to itself. You know that the retirement age in Ghana is 60 years. Nana Addo lived his life beyond 60 years when, if he was not a politician, he would have been on retirement. His children could not get access to duty-free shop all his life till he even attained the retirement age. But today, President Mahama has come to build Terminal 3, and his daughter has access to the duty-free shop. You think the young people on the streets, if they had access to the duty-free shop, their lives would not be better, where their earnings are in dollars? Nana Addo could not take care of his children for them to own restaurants even until age 70 years, until he became president, before the daughter could own a 6 million restaurant.
That can be a process.
For 70 years,
it could be a process.
Which process?
Because for 70 years, it can take you. How old is the daughter?
I don't know how old she is. But the question is that your father the father lived from age 1 to 70 years.
Okay.
The father lived from age 1 to 70 years.
They couldn't look at the movie Pina scandal, the boss scandal of selling contaminated fuel. Who are those involved? Look at the PDS scandal, mortgaging the most valuable asset. Mortgaging, where Dr. Bawumia was fronting, only for them to come and use fraudulent guarantee to secure it. Look at what they attempted to do with Japan.
Hold on, let me try and do an engagement with the youth organizer for the NPP.
Let me finish my submission.
Salam, I'll come back to you to conclude. He's on the line, so let me just go straight. Salam, thank you for your time. Good morning to you. Okay, we're trying to engage with Salam Mustafa, who is a youth organizer of the NPP, and he released a statement. That is the NPP National Youth Wing reacts to the Democracy Hub demo. We are fixing Ghana. That's it, the caption of it's about a 2-page release. Salam, thank you for your time. Good morning. Okay, so we're just trying to get his direct words. Of course, he released a statement, and we have access to him, so we wanted to, do this engagement. There's another person that is also sort of in charge of, I would say, is Salam on? Okay. So there is Salam. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. I'm grateful for your time. I'm apologies for just the sudden, putting call. Thank you for joining us. So, Salam, you released a statement, a 2-page statement, responding to the protests that we've experienced on the streets. You say that you're fixing Ghana, but on the other side, you also say that the campaign message of these persons or the youth that was on the streets is a rhetoric. How do you mean? Explain to me. It's like you are approbating and reprobating.
Thank you very much, Angie. Good morning to you, your panel, and your viewers. I am not appropriating and reprobating. I concede to the issues of economic difficulties raised, and if you follow when I say the usual rhetoric, it is in line with the usual conversations we have in this country, usually the bread and butter issues. I have been doing politics for the last 20 years in this country, and bread and butter issues have been the forefront of our political discussions. So it is our usual conversations in this country. So that's just the point I was rehashing. If you follow through, you would also notice that we admit that indeed in recent times there has been global challenges across, and that Ghana is feeling its part, and also government working to ensure that we get out of the difficulties that we find ourselves. Especially, I mention all the time, when these hardships happen, young people are the most affected, especially, when unemployment is one of the issues that we are grappling with. So already unemployed, chunk of youth, coupled with economic crisis, makes it a very difficult space. But I have also explained that if you look at the current system, it is one that is emasculating. Global inflation has gone up. We are feeling the pinch of it. Nonetheless, we have trust and confidence that the leadership at the helm of affairs, as far as managing the economy is concerned, are able to get us out of the woods in real time and very soon, so that we bring reprieve to the youth and also to the good people of Ghana. I have also mentioned in my release, and time without number that I have spoken, that the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Dr. Bawumia, clearly, have shown track record of ability to manage fix. We took a chartered economy in 2017, an economy that averaged 3.5% growth, freeze on public sector employment, all the ills that you could imagine. But 2017, 2018, we're able to manage this same economy so well, so that We became the fastest growing economy in the world. It's translated into jobs here. The last data we have shows that we have created over 2 million jobs, very regular jobs that SNIT can verify. So it's not as if I am creating figures myself, but this is verifiable from SNIT, and sector by sector, some of the things that we have been able to do in the education sector, the 10 ultra-modern state-of-the-art STEM schools that we have built, the Agenda 111, 111 hospitals at a go we are building to impact health delivery, sports infrastructure we have done across the country. And I have mentioned severally this morning, interviews I have granted, per the, dictates of my work as an organizer, and a chief mobilizer of young people. I travel across the length and breadth of Ghana, and sometimes I get places and I see, projects being done, and I get amazed that some of the things we have done that we haven't brought to the fore across the length and breadth of Ghana in terms of roads, schools, other infrastructure that we have built. So indeed, I understand bread and butter, issues take the front burner, and the current, state of affairs makes it difficult for us to appreciate the depth of work that this government has done. Nonetheless, I also say that it will take a government with track record in delivery, in fixing, to be able to get us out. And I trust the NPP more to take us out than any other party.
So, as a youth leader, and you represent the party, there is Jake Bediakon, who is actually the presidential coordinator for youth engagement. I actually tried engaging him yesterday, but his phone was inactive. Youth engagement and strategy at the Ghana presidency, Afropolitan recovering of perfectionist and aspiring well-rounded individual. And that's what he writes on his Twitter handle. He was one of the persons that was, these protesters came at really hard, aligning or turning out some of the things that he's been doing, that they think that he has not really put investment to the development of the youth, even though he's able to get money from the government. You are leading from the party side, he's leading from the government side, I would say. Will you say that from your leadership as youth leaders, do you actually hear these youth when they speak? Do you understand them? Do you appreciate where they come from? And why was it so difficult for even their leadership during the protests to be allowed to the presidency, since that was, where they wanted to get to deliver their petition?
Thank you, Annie. First of all, I'm not part of the organizers, so I wouldn't know the conversations they had as far as planning this demonstration is concerned. I know that in time past, the NDC organized a demonstration. Per the arrangement, they were able to go and submit their petition to the office of the president. The deputy chief of staff, Bossman Edumwa, came out to receive it. So, like I said, I'm not a member of the organizers, so I wouldn't be able to tell the difficulty that they had in terms of arrangement. But everything is arrangement. So if they were unable to do so, I cannot speak on their behalf.
You did not see the police barricade.
It's not a matter of I did not see. Like I said, it's a matter of arrangement. So I don't know the arrangement between them. On the matter of the youth and matters.
Hold on now, before you get to the youth, they wanted to get to the presidency.
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm saying that they wanted to get to the presidency and deliver their petition there.
Well, I don't know. You are telling me, because I'm not a member of the organizing team. I'm not part of the police as well, so I don't know the arrangements. So I wouldn't be able to speak to that. What I can speak to is, question you asked about young people and the things they say, whether I hear them. Yes, I hear them. I'm a young person, honey, in this country of our birth. I've lived here all my life. School, grown, everything here. So everything the youth say, I hear. I'm not just a youth organizer. Before I became the National Youth Organizer, I've been a youth activist for quite a long time. I also look out for what's in the best interest of young people. Indeed, like I mentioned, when some of these economic issues occur, the hard hit are young people. And of course, we are dealing with a country where unemployment, is on the high. Currently, our unemployment, rate is at 4.7%. From 5.5 that we took it from the NDC, we have brought it down to our 4.7%. But it is still not enough. Looking at a country where young people dominate, all wanting jobs. So it is difficult when government, is the largest employer in the country with its agencies, rather than the private sector, which rather should lead in the job creation enterprise. So this is what we are grappling with, and I've said time without number consistently.
So if you appreciate what we're grappling with, and you describe it as a rhetoric, then where are you standing?
But rhetoric is a conversation. It's the same things we have been saying. So I haven't said anything different. The same things I'm saying, I have been saying these things over a long period of time now. If we are going to be able to help young people, look, I can mention a lot of people. Young people have helped find, employment in one, place or the other. But these are just going to be individuals. It's just a drop in the ocean. This government has created in excess of 2 million jobs, verifiable from Senate, like I mentioned. But it is still a drop in the ocean because we have a large chunk of young people in this country.
It's still a drop in the ocean.
Let me make a point. I said the 2 million jobs we have created is a drop in the ocean, looking at the vast number of young people who are still out there without jobs.
Looking at the economic intensity, the economic hardship intensity.
What about it?
You see, if you appreciate the enormous nature of the problem, you would know that the solution you are even putting to it is not enough. That's the point I'm trying to make. So if you talk about...
I have mentioned that already, that we admit, and I have told you that I'm a member of the same society. I do the same things all young people do. We buy food from the same places, everything, fuel, and so on and so forth. But I'm also mentioning to you that as a youth leader, I understand the frustrations of young people and what their expectation is of the system. I'm also telling you that the system has been trying to, work, to ameliorate the plight of the young people. Of course, I've also mentioned that more can be done. That's why I said that the 2 million jobs that we have created so far is a drop in the ocean. In the last election, in 2020, the NPP alone had 6.7 million votes. Okay, 6.7 million. So it tells you, and large numbers of these people are young people. So it tells you that we still have a lot of people who are unemployed and seeking for work. And that's why I also mentioned to you that government being the largest employer in this country and its agencies is not able to do much. So invariably, we would have to find a way to empower our private sector to complement the issue of job creation.
Okay.
That's the only time we'll be able to effectively deal with the issue of unemployment, which is the biggest issue confronting young people in this country. So yes, we admit to the economic challenges that we are all going through.
Okay, SM, I'm grateful for your time. We'll leave it here. Thank you. I think I'll engage you later. Thank you for your time. Salam Mustafa is actually the youth organizer for the New Patriotic Party, having released a statement, towards the protest. Beatrice, land, and then
I can't land. Because Salam is an MPP person.
You have to land.
you have another MPP person, so they can't speak for 45 minutes.
No.
So let me make my point.
No, Beatrice, land. It's not up to
unless you
for
are
the
admitting
strategy.
I'm against it's 2 MPP people today against 1 NDC
You
person.
can deal with it, land.
And so let me make my point. I'm not about London.
Land, because I have to take a break and then I'll come back to it.
Okay, but let me make my point before you, because you knew that before you gave him more than 15 minutes.
Beatrice,
I've listened to Salam.
Beatrice, land.
Salam
Beatrice,
says that.
wait, hold on.
So let me land.
Okay, land.
Let me land. Salam says that he hopes the leadership will take us out of the mess. What leadership? The president has checked out. The president himself says that he hopes a new leader will take us out of the mess. So the president that he, Salam...
In the context?
Yes, in the context. So the president that he, Salam, is looking up to take us out of the mess, says that another person must take out of the mess. So where lies our solution? After Dr. Baromia, we have concluded that he is even the mess itself. So he can't do anything about it because as a leader of the economic management team, he has led the worst economy. So maybe he should come back later and give us a defense, because this weak defense is no hope for the people of Ghana.
Okay.
He also says that, no, let me address to be concerned. So the second one
this
is
your
that,
land is just 1 minute.
Oh, so I haven't finished my 1 minute. He says that they have created 2 million jobs. And so because of that, people should have faith with them.
They're making efforts.
I want to tell Salam that it means that in their second term, they haven't created a single job.
Oh.
And in fact, more people have even lost their jobs. Because as at 18th September 2020, his predecessor told us that the MPP has created over 2 million jobs. So from 2020 September to 2023 September, 3 years, the MPP government has not created a single job by their own calculations, unless he's saying that what his predecessor Nana B said is a lie. But in concluding, let me say that the more the young people of this country listen to the MPP speak, the more we listen to the different kinds of characters and different appointees in the MPP speak, the more we lose hope. Maybe they should keep quiet. Maybe their silence will give us a feedback that they may be reflecting on the mess.
Then you would say that the Omunti will be...
No. Maybe we will say that they are reflecting, because the more they speak, the more they get people angry. Okay. The more they speak, the more we know that they have no clue to the solution. The more they speak, the more we know that these guys are not thinking about the young people of Ghana. These guys are only interested in hoarding dollars in their rooms, kind courtesy house helps. So what about the many young people who cannot be house helps to ministers of state who have stashed monies in their homes? What is the destiny? What is the hope?
Let's take a break.
What lies ahead?
Let's take a break.
It's a hopeless nation as we speak.
Okay.
And a very sad one.
We'll be back shortly. We'll be back and then Ellen will have her take. We'll be back shortly.
You are your own person, unique, one of a kind, special. That's why you deserve everything tailored to suit your particular taste, your preference, your needs. Just like MTN Just For You. You can get customized offers tailored to who you are. Dial *141# or use the MyMTN app to get to choose from a variety of offers made just for you.
Over 18 years in business, Appointed Time Printing Limited has delivered quality service to some of Ghana's well-known brands. With our equipment capacity, we are able to deliver 1,500 pieces of polo and t-shirts in 1 hour. This is only possible with us. For retailers and wholesalers, we offer for sale high-quality polo shirts and t-shirts in different colors at affordable prices. We have a one-stop shop for all creative designs and billboards, 3D signages, flexi banners, car branding, stickers, and posters. Locate us at the old GNTC building near Swansea Shopping Arcade, Accra. Contact us on 0501 454165, 0501 454167. Connect with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Appointed Time GH, Appointed Time Printing Limited. Our printing is a
Mommy.
Michelle say, fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, Sankofa.
Yenchi, Kel Charcoal Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say, but as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
Step into success with Accra Business School. Boost your career with our prestigious MSc degrees from KNUST. Pick from Human Resource Management, Communication and International Relations, Public Affairs. In just 12 months, our MBA can be yours. Dive into our BSc programs in IT Security and Cybercrime, IT Management and Business and Management, endorsed by top universities in Ireland and Wales. We offer flexible entry, payment and learning options. It's time to unlock your potential and take flight. Visit www.abs.edu.gh or dial 0263-888-555. Let Accra Business School elevate your future today.
Something refreshing and great tasting for your kids' enjoyment.
Angel Cola.
For your graduation enjoyment.
Angel Cola.
Beach hangout.
Angel Cola.
For all your refreshing moments.
Angel Cola.
For your parties, get-togethers, events, and celebrations, enjoy a chilled bottle of Angel Cola.
Radio Grandma, today is your day. Over to you.
Thank you. Enjoyment Cola.
Angel Cola.
The Enjoyment Cola. Enjoy all your moments and fun time with Angel Cola. This advert is FDA approved.
Inside Black Star Press Limited. Grow inside the invective minds, evolving concepts, and the creative trends. The printing press you need now. Witness the beauty, diversity, and natural wonder with our works. Inside Black Star Press Limited, in association with Lionhead Group of Companies. Call us now on 0200-880-000 for all your print works. Black Star Press Limited, a worldwide reputation for quality printing.
Who
wins the Ultimate Energy Personality of the Year at the 7th edition of your prestigious Ghana Energy Awards. Under the theme, Ghana's Energy Transition Framework, Sector Institutions as Building Block for the 2030 to 2040 target. You can nominate yourself or an institution for categories such as CEO of the Year, Energy Investment Impact Award, Energy Signature Award, Rising Star, Energy Reporter of the Year, and many more. Nominations open until 29th September. Visit www.GhanaEnergyAwards.com or www.graphic.com.gh. For enquiries and sponsorship, call 055-930-0631. Endorsement, validation, industry partners, media partners, Metro TV, Graphic News Plus. Ghana Energy Awards, 7 years of redefining excellence.
My name is John, and this is my long-time crush, my cookie dipped in strawberry yogurt. On this scorching hot afternoon on our way back from a long job hunt, we met this good Samaritan who offered us 6 weeks later.
A special wedding reception for our bride and groom.
And there she is, my cookie, dipped in someone else's yogurt.
Who holds the moolah, calls the shots, play game by games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times daily to become one of our daily lucky winners. Dial *946# to play now, or you can also play online at www.gamepackgames.com. Game Park is regulated by the National Lottery Authority.
All right, you're welcome back to the program. So let's do this before I get to Ellen. And it's Gracefield Venture says that keep calm and love the number 10. It has been 10 years of Gracefield magic, 10 years of transforming spaces into havens and beauty functionality, 10 years of Gracefield Ventures bringing tens of thousands of dreams into reality. So walk into our showroom, Gracefield Ventures, and experience the best in swivel chairs and embrace your every turn. A conference table that is the epicenter of your team's creativity, your sleek cabinet, and the best workstations. And yes, a sofa that calms your body turns of drudgeries. And it says that visit the Gracefield Ventures showroom at number 2 John Nee Owu Street, Keseman, Accra. It's directly opposite Keseman Park, or call 0501-672-776 or 0501-672-777. Also, what does wealth mean to you? Do you know that? Do you know how to live like a tycoon? If you don't know, then you have to sleep. But if you know, then remember who's got the moolah, got the power. And Ghana's newest lottery game draws live on Adom TV at 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. and also 6 p.m. daily. Now, pick your phones and tablets and computers and download the Game Park app on Play Store. You can also play on our website www.gameparkgames.com by dialing *946# on all networks. Just choose from number 9, from number 0 to 9, and then it's easy to also play and win. Charlie, play some game and make some moolah. Nobody beats our odds in Ghana. Game Park Games, more moolah, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18, so play responsibly. Now, are you desperate for getting a toothpaste that will take care of all the family need and save some money? The recommended family toothpaste is a KEL 360 toothpaste approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. KEL 360 toothpaste provides your family with all-round dental protection throughout the day with freshness. KEL 360 toothpaste is good for kids, children, and adults. Remember that they have a special one for kids, but this is also 360. So let your family be proud family with a step out and constantly using the KEL 360 toothpaste. KEL 360 toothpaste brightens your teeth, prevents cavity. With a cool mint, it gives you fresh breath throughout the day and protects the gum from decaying. For consistency and quality, use KEL 360 toothpaste. So KEL 360 toothpaste, another product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Sasso, available in all supermarkets, malls and provision shops. Call Samara Company on 0246 864 798. KEL 360 toothpaste. Happy smile. I want to say something. I'll say it later. So it's the Makers Electronics Blessings Attack promo. Rush to the Makers Electronics & Co. Limited for up to 67 discounts on selected appliances such as Samsung, LG, Moved, NASCO, TLC, Media, and Toshiba. Quality but affordable with 2 years manufacturer defect warranty. My daddy needed a TV now. I had to buy one right now because he said it's TV I say. So I got one for him. Visit our showrooms, Taifa, Burkina Highways, Amasamang, Zango Junction, Oyarifat, Teman, Boga Junction, Kaswat, New Market, Ashaman, Valco Flat, Kumasi, Ahenma, Kokobing, Takradi, Ifye Kuma, number 9 Market, or call us on 055-2222-2253 or 055-2222-2254. The Makers Electronic Company Limited, large and in charge with quality but affordable home appliances and consumer electronics. Terms and conditions are applied. And if you want to have fun, Ojra Festival is coming up. I'm telling you, the Paramount Chief of Elders of Okwapman Traditional Area, in partnership with Original TV, Original FM, Metro TV, invites you to witness the rich culture and excitement in the year of Ojra Festival from Monday to 25th of September today. The 2nd of October, the 23rd, 2023, with the following activities. So path clearing of routes to Osha in Ojra on Monday 25th, outdooring of the Yam and ushering of Ojra on Tuesday 26th, remembering the departed, and visit the Stool House on Wednesday 27th, and then Grand Durbar of the Chiefs and Elders on Friday 29th, Thanksgiving service on Sunday 1st October. Join the fun and entertainment at Superb Lounge every evening with your favorite artists, Efia, Medical, Wendy Shea, Bisakede, Kwejo Nkansa, Lil Wendy, Crime Stage G, and of course, many, many more. Original TV, Original 91.9 FM, Metro TV are the official media partners for the Ojra 2023. And we promise to bring you comprehensive coverage. I have this smile because, you know, I lived in the Eastern region and I never attended Ojra. I mean, that's my region, that's where I come from. But I never attended Ojra. Ellen, after a long talk, let's hear your voice. Or after a long silence, let's now hear the break of your voice. Right.
So good morning to our viewers once again. On the issue of the demonstration, I do have two issues to pick with the Ghana Police Service. I believe that over the years, the Ghana Police Service have gone through enough. They have seen enough demonstrations over the years in such a way that they should have institutional memory of how demonstrations in this country work. So to stop people who want to go and deliver a petition, there's nothing new about that. Our Constitution guarantees every citizen the right to demonstrate on any matter. So tomorrow morning, if a group of women get up and they are not happy with the chop money their husbands are giving them, they have the right to demonstrate. You cannot stop them. What you have to do, as we all know, is to engage them and tell them that perhaps where you are sending this, it won't help, and then you negotiate on the routes. But to stop people, I think it's a no-no. So that is my first beef to pick with them. In recent times, I mean, the IGP was actually 2 weeks before this whole incident, was in front of a parliamentary committee. And if you remember, which you all telecast live, he touted his credentials as a policeman, a professional policeman, and not a party-affiliated policeman. And the fact that he wanted to lead the police service to do their job and do it well. And then 2 weeks down the line, your police service decides to put demonstrators in this plight. I don't think it's a good look for the IGP, especially after his PR issues, excellent PR work that he did on with the parliamentary committee. So I think he should look at his men again.
So you don't
Perhaps
support what the police did?
Of course, how can I support what the police did? I should support them for what?
I thought you were mocking at the people who were attacked.
I'm coming there. The Ghana, as I said, you've had good press for the Ghana Police Service in the past week. And we have all agreed that the president made an excellent choice in choosing you with everything that is going on. And then just 2 weeks down the line, you throw all that work down the drain. I just think that the Ghana Police Service can do better. But then, of course, this is an improvement on the Let My Vote Count demonstration of 2015. At least nobody's eyes have been gouged out. Nobody has been beaten with horsewhips. So for that, and the fact that they didn't hit the level of things they did to people in 2015, at least that level has come down. And that gentleman whose eyes was gouged out died 2 years ago. And he died from complications of police brutalities. Okay. So, oh yes, the gentleman is dead, and that was it. And if I remember...
Hold on, but the demonstration was when?
I said 2015.
And he died about 2021.
From complications. His eyes were all out, his health was never as it was. And as I said, he died as complications of having health issues throughout the rest of his life. So the police, over the years, but that still does not stop them. People should be able to go for demonstrations without anybody touching anybody. Why can't we do that? And this case that he said you are following about Vanessa, I think it's important that all of us follow, because during the 2015 issue, women were also beaten and brutalized. How come they are still doing it? The fact that she's a journalist is important, but the fact that she's a woman and you have 6 men trying to take your phone from her. I mean, seriously.
You know, for a moment, it's not.
We have to call the
it's not
police
even
out
the
on
fact.
it.
For a moment, it's not even the fact that you have touched her in the wrongful manner, but the fact that you have totally, absolutely ignored and denied.
That one, the lady said it happened. They said it didn't happen. They should bring us. We should look into this whole matter. It's unfair. They have a history of beating people. They have a history of beating women.
6 police officers
and all that. It doesn't speak well of the Ghana Police Service. Now let's come down to the demonstrators and the things that they wanted to say. As my youth organizer said, what exactly did they want to put across? Because it looks like the incident or the police reaction has overshadowed what they wanted to tell all of us. What exactly was their problem? What is it? And in the 3 days, I think that the scuffles were in the first day. The first day. The second day, were they able to put it across? The third day, were they able to put it across? What were their issues? And if they have been able to put those issues across, who did they give it to? And just like I'm coming down to the politics of it, you know, yes, we had some demonstrators who were there for their own interest and for their own issues. I mean, there was one placard I saw, one lady said she was there to look for a husband. And when you are having demonstrations and things, all manner of people with different interests will go through. But what I find quite funny and interesting is the fact that you get a whole political party jumping on the bandwagon. Is the NDC trying to tell us that they help them with the demonstrations, or they are part of the organizers of the demonstrations? Because if that is it, perhaps they should let us know, because it looks like they are speaking more for the demonstrators than the demonstrators themselves, speaking more for the bereaved. The NDC party and the former government of President Mahama are the least to talk about demonstrations and effects of demonstrations. Before I get there, the other panelist, who is a lawyer, is actually on the case of the Ghana Bar Association. I am not the spokesperson of the Ghana Bar Association. So when the Ghana Bar Association, I hope the attention is brought to it that one of their members thinks that they are a very useless group. And since they gave her license, they can deal with it. Now, on the issues of the NPP communications, what is it? Well, she said it. She said she's part of it. She said they are a useless group. I am not there yet. If I were part of the Ghana Bar Association, if I were a member, I would have replied, but I'm not a member. So I really don't know their rules and regulations. All I'm telling
But it happens. The lawyers, the Ghana Bar Association, if there are lawyers who feel, not happy about
I'm just telling them that one of their members feel that they are a useless group. So it's up to them. Now, on the issues of the MPP communications and communicators, and you go to studio with them and some of them are sweating. Is she trying to tell me that all NDC communicators have been sorted out? Or people who over the years have spoken for the NDC?
They're in opposition, so if they sweat.
They were in power. So all the people who over the years have been speaking for the NDC were sorted out when they were in power. There are certain things, and especially in this our communication space, there are things that you have to watch it, especially if you want to attack MPP communications. Number one, the MPP communications or communicators have not asked her to talk for us. If any communicator is having a problem, that person knows where to take it to. Number two, you just started speaking for the NDC at the national level barely 2-3 years ago. So if you, by some stroke of luck or by hard work, by whatever reason, your party have sorted you out, you do not slight other people. Because the things you are saying about the MPP communicators, I can bet you, we have 1,001 of NDC communicators who are going through worse things. So let us also put that one aside. Now let's government, and if it was a useless government and we couldn't take care of the concerns of those people, now you want us to bring back that same useless government, led by that same man into power. When there are issues, you look at it and then you look forward in solving it. I'll take the statement by my youth organizer. In 2017, when the MPP took over, one of the issues I heard the demonstrators mentioning was about economic situations. The GDP growth averaged 3.5. When MPP took over in 2017, there was no COVID, there was no world economic issues, there was no meltdown, nothing. But you did leave an economy with a GDP growth of 3.5. As we speak today, with everything that has happened in the world in the last 7 years, we are having a growth, and it's been a terrible, terrible 3 years, which my youth organizer have agreed. It's not been easy for anybody in this world, and the MPP will be the last people to assume that things are perfect for us. When you take over an already sick economy that was already in crisis, and then just as you are bringing it out, you get a situation where the whole world order practically collapses. And even with that, the Ghanaian economy did not collapse.
Just as you're bringing it out,
we have gradually.
Hold on. Just as you're bringing what out, as from the economic challenges, the whole world crumpled. Is that what you're saying? Respond.
I said in the last few years, we all know what the whole world have gone through, and what all the COVID issues brought us. Ghana also went through it. It has not been easy for us. So the MPP party and the MPP government will never sit anywhere and assume that things, or think that things are good for Ghanaian youth. Definitely things are terrible for Ghanaian youth. But then what I'm trying to bring to fore is that this government in the last 7 years have done a lot to make sure that some Ghanaian youth have at least gotten out of some of the problems they were in. We had the Graduate Unemployed Association in Ghana in 2017. I'm not saying that all graduates have been employed, but at least per the figures my youth organizer gave, and per figures that have been checked as SNIT, they tell us that over 2 million people have gotten employment as young people. This government, through the NEIP, through the youth, what is their name? Where Mr. Kofi Japan is now. I've forgotten the name of the agency. The Youth Employment Agency. The latest one I saw from his agency for the young people, the dressmakers and the people who are in the clothing line, he has practically given over 200 or more what we call the masters, people who are master dressmakers, fashion houses. They've given them money to be able to bring in young people who are interested in learning that trade. And you know, the money is not just given to those people. It is given for the young person who is coming. Because when you are going to learn a trade, you have to pay your what you call the trinsa. You have to pay for your machines that you go and I'm talking about the sewing machines and all the other implements that you need. You have to pay for quite a lot of things, and a lot of young people couldn't pay for it. The Youth Employment Agency has paid for that for more than 2,000 young people. And they've given all those monies to their masters and they are learning. That forms part of the 2 million people who are getting jobs. We are talking about, just for the same agency, I've just seen an advert where they are asking young people who are interested in the cyber industry, let me put it that way, the whole cyberspace industry, in all the things to do with latest innovations that are coming on now, to get involved, and they are getting them training. This is also part of the people we are trying to equip. So if you are asking where those 2 million people are coming from, this is some of them. In the last, 4 or 5 years, there have been recruitments that your government actually put a ban on. Recruitment into the Ghana Police Service, into the Ghana Military Service, into the Ghana Fire, all the state agencies are recruiting. Up until we came into power, you had actually put an embargo on public sector recruitment. In the last 6 years, public sector have been recruiting. In fact, they've been recruiting to the extent that all of us had a discussion here, I think just about a year ago, about the burden of public financing, public service financing on the government. And the fact that almost more than half of our money goes into paying our public workers and all that. So if you're asking that what has been done about youth employment, these are some of the things that have been done. The question I asked them is that when you were in power, what did you do? What were the things that you did to make sure that some of the young people who were out there got a job?
What is the comparison?
Now that you are coming, you said you are coming, what are you going to do?
What's the comparison?
But you are jumping on somebody's demonstration, and you are talking more than the person who is demonstrating. And then you are on it, behaving as if the government hasn't done anything. When you are bringing in a government who has been in power before and simply couldn't do anything. So the question I asked the NDC is that let the demonstrators speak, unless, of course, you are part of the demonstrators. Then declare and let us know that you are part of the organizers. If you are not, look at your own past, your own immediate past history. It ain't so good. But we have a party that has been in power for over 6 years and have done things to make sure that young people in this country, at least, some of them do get some good, some good resolution to their issues. You do not lambast such a government.
If you have a people, it's like what happened in Parliament when some MPs called for the removal of the finance minister. And then you had NDC MPs who thought that, well, we agree with you, so let's all go through the process and remove him. And then it gets there, and then the MP says, no, we are not going with you because your reasons for wanting to remove him is different from our reason for wanting to remove him. Please, Ellen, do you appreciate my point? So it's like, what's it called? If NDC hears that there's a group that's demonstrating and their calls are same as their calls, why can't they join them or speak to it?
They can, but I also have a right to tell them that joining them does not make them any better because their case was worse off. And that's all I'm saying. You couldn't do it. In your time, you couldn't do it. In your time, when there was no world crisis, when there was nothing, you had youth and total unemployment at 5.5%. As we speak now, with everything we have gone through, we have it at 4.7% and it's coming down. And you think that you are better?
How many job losses have you calculated?
As for that one, I don't know yet. It's a question you have asked. Definitely, there will be some job losses. I mean, with the banking sector, cleanup and
which will have a rippling effect.
Even there was no banking sector cleanup, as it is with every economy, there are times job losses come in and then people are taken into the system. These figures are averages of what is happening. So they look at both the losses and then the intake. And I'm saying that at the time you were leaving, it was 5.5%. You are talking about health. And you are talking about the fact that the people were saying that they do not have good healthcare system. When you were in power, you had how many ambulances did you have? In the last how many years, this government has brought in 300 state-of-the-art ambulances that have saved lives in this country. Government is a continuum. You continue what other people have done. So you cannot come and tell me that President Rawlings started something. Therefore, when President Kufuor came into power, he was not going to continue or finish it. It is his job to make sure that he continues and finishes, if he can. And that has been the process up till now. You're talking about UGMC and the fact that it was built by President Mahama. Are you sure it was built by President Mahama? What was the role of President Atta Mills in all that? Even with that, what was the role of President Atta Mills in all that? Or he's not the one who started it? President the UGMC.
Is the flag bearer of the NPP.
I'm asking.
But
as a president,
she's talking about the record of the party.
As a president who came in on the ticket of the NDC, he didn't do anything. I'm just asking.
But she's speaking for the party.
So what I'm trying to say, that when you say that it is President Mahama who built it, you have forgotten that there was a President Atta Mills before him. And he started the whole process. And he came to continue. Even without UGMC, had to take the NPP government in power to finish some of the things, get some of the things that they needed to get in there and start working. So government is a continuous process. The fact that you have started something does not mean that the next government shouldn't come and continue. This government has started with Agenda 111 hospitals. By December, I hear some of them will be on board. Now, are you trying to tell me that, assuming that this government does not finish all of the Agenda 111 hospitals, the next government that comes will come and abandon all those hospitals in the bush? That government will continue.
Do you know that there are some hospitals, as we speak currently, that have been abandoned in
the bushes I know. One in my own constituency.
Great.
Abetifi Government Hospital, that was started. I heard it was the funding and everything was even looked for long in President Kufuor's time. It was started. That whole and a group of other hospitals have all come to a halt because at the time this government came into power, apparently all the money that was needed to finish it, we couldn't find it.
You couldn't find the money?
The money was all
for projects
whether
that
it
we
has
have
been
signed contract for.
Or whether the people spent, we have no idea. I heard the MP talking about it. So now we have to go and look for new money to finish those projects.
No, that's wrong.
So the MP is wrong?
Yes.
I took my information from the MP.
No,
the
I'm not
MP
saying
said, and that's my MP for Abetifi, Honorable Brian Champo, he said, and I listened to him, that when we came into power, the money meant for the Abetifi hospital, there was no money in the coffers to finish the project.
And what did you do about it as an MP?
They had to go and look for money to finish it, and that's exactly what they are doing.
I'm saying that. Hold on. I'm saying that it's a contract. It's a contract that Ghana gave to some contractor. We've put money to it. We've paid for it. So we expect that we'll have what we have paid for. When he came and the money was not there, what did he do as an MP?
As an MP, what he has to do is to give it to the relevant authorities to investigate. And that is what is being done. I hear it's being done. But in the meantime, you cannot leave the project to just sit down like that. So money had been found again to finish that project. And it's not just that. Other hospitals that had been abandoned even in Kufuor's time are being completed. The first lady actually took on this pediatric, is it a pediatric or a maternity ward project that had been abandoned since I had a
the first lady, time. I think is maternity. Yeah.
Maternity ward, something that had been abandoned since a Champon's time. And it was sitting in the middle of Konfuanochi. It was actually posing as a threat to people who were passing there. That project we had to go back to it again and restart everything. I hear they are almost 70% done. So what am I trying to say? Yes, health is important. Yes, our people travel out of Ghana to other places for health care. And it's not just people in this government. All our people in all other governments travel. COVID taught all of us a lesson that sometimes issues can happen and you cannot even travel out of your own country because the places where you go for health care, they are also in trouble. So it is all of us our duty to make sure that we develop our infrastructure, including the health infrastructure. This government is light years ahead of the previous government in making sure that our health infrastructure is up and is on board. We are light years ahead of them. Then you get to education. Seriously?
When you say light years, what do you mean?
Let's just ask him the things we have done for the health sector.
Is it because of the Agenda 111?
Agenda 111 is there, the ambulances are there, all the old projects that were abandoned that are being completed are there, some new projects that have to be done and they are all being done. Compare that to them, we are light years ahead of them. Then you look at education, because I saw some of the demonstrators talking about education. Seriously, education, let's start. Free SHS, what has it done for students? And what has it done for parents?
You tell me.
It's not just that. As we speak, this year, 10 new, brand new STEM schools have come online. 10 brand new STEM schools. And actually, parents are being asked that their children who are seriously interested in science, technology, and the STEM, I forgot, is science, technology, something, and math, education, should get their children into these schools. And these are not just ordinary schools. And you should go take a look. Personally, I went to the Abomosu Girls STEM School. And it's something else. I wish at the time I was entering secondary school, St. Rose's had such facilities. Perhaps I might have been more interested in staying in the sciences. The sort of equipment, the sort of building, the sort of things that has been put into these 10 STEM schools that have come on board. And this is just 10. The rest are on their way coming. So if you are going to talk about education, I'll remind them of their history in education. It was during their time that they went to cancel the allowances for the nurses. Allowances and the teachers, nurses, teachers, those who were in school, that they had sat on it, and it turned into a brouhaha. The former president said if he would lose his presidency because of that, he didn't mind, and he did lose it. This government came, we have restored those allowances, and it's still being paid. Yes, there are delays, but when those delays come, the students still get their monies. We have had an expansion of all these schools, and the projects and the things that they need is being given to them. You were in this country when even your progressively free SHS, that you were paying 40 cedis per student, you couldn't even pay. You had to leave an arrears for the next minister of education, Honorable Napo, to come and pay and clear those arrears. But still, of course, typical as it is with them, they forget that their performance was so abysmal in their time that students had to actually tell them in their face that get out. And they'll have the nerve and the ability to come and talk about education matters.
Have you been following the reports that EduWatch has been putting out as far as education is concerned?
About what?
EduWatch.
About
what? About the quality of education that we're having or we're giving to the kids today that actually is posing as a threat to the education
I haven't
system.
read the reports that you are saying. I haven't seen them. I really don't know who they are. Hopefully I can read about them. But you measure the performance of the children in the last 6 years. I'm talking about those who write the WASI and those who are beneficiaries.
How about the BEC?
Of the free SHS. Compare their performance. And remember, because the free SHS came into being, enrollment practically increased by 100%. So you put all that into consideration. Go through the WASI performance of these students, and then compare to the WASI performance of students when there was no free SHS. You cannot tell me that these students' performance have come down. It hasn't. So yes, there are issues with the free SHS. I'll be the last person to sit here and say there are no issues.
And basic education?
There are issues with it. There are basic issues with basic education. There have always been issues with it. What we are talking about is what are we doing to solve those issues? And free SHS came in to come and stop a huge number of our young people finishing basic school and staying at home. Now most of them are in school. Most of them are doing this TVET. I do have a TVET person, a young lady who I'm training under the TVET system. And I tell you, it's taking a lot of financial burden off me. And she's almost done. She's doing fashion and design. And she's going through the process. I mean, as we speak now, she's with a master. She's going through what's the name that they give it? The training, the short training that they go through. So the TVET system that has always been with us, and we all refuse to even look at it. Now, look at the sort of effort that is going into it. And we need that. to be able to feed our technical universities. And we need that to get our students ready for the market and ready for the industrialization that we want Ghana to go through. It is all a process. You didn't start that process. In fact, you had no plan. You had no plan. You had nothing. Somebody has come. The person has started a process. And then you jump on whichever high horse it is, and then you criticize that person. What is your alternative? What is yours?
Annie, the MPP lady, she's called Ellen, is making submission, but I'm finding it difficult to follow through. The figures she puts out are untrue, that her party, MPP, did promise to bring down all the economic indices better than what the NDC did. The MPP is comfortable detaching President Mills' Mahama era from the Mahama regime. But in the same vein, they shout that the NDC did not do anything in their 8 years. What double standards you say? Let me start from here since you both sent old messages. Akogan says that it's 2 million jobs and each job is employing 5 people. There wouldn't be unemployment. Okay, if 2 million jobs and each job is employing 5 people, there wouldn't be unemployment in Ghana. So that's if you actually indeed created 2 million jobs, he's saying. Now, Hamza from PIFAM says, good morning, Annie. What is the youth wing of the MPP talking about? For God's sake. Ghanaians don't pay taxes to President Mahama. Why are they always comfortable when Ghanaians call for accountability? Uncomfortable when they call for accountability and fight against corruption. The act of arrogant posture by functionaries of this government will not help them solve matters. We are where we are today simply because of the arrogant posture of functionaries of this government. Now, they always feel they know it all. NPP, never again, you say. Interesting times are ahead. Ghanaians pay taxes to be used to pay our president and politicians, but they cannot have access to the Jubilee House that belongs to Ghanaians. A foreigner was given the house. Yeah, I know this narrative. I know this narrative. I can understand you. Honorable Atabwade says that. Good morning, Annie. John Boyd, the former secretary of the MPP, that if jobs were a loan, they will have to import labor from other countries to Ghana. So Salam Mustafa should show humility and respect the conscience of the people. If indeed all these projects have been done, are their youth unaware and blind? Are the youth unaware and blind? You want to say? Honorable Atabwadi is former MP for Busa North constituency. Musa says that the moment the police started to behave as if they were the law of themselves, democracy becomes autocracy. Recently, police adopted dangerous strategy of using ex parte motion to deny citizens expressing their constitutional rights at 90th hour. The current police administration are setting a bad precedent for this country, and they must watch it. So, this also says that. Let me pick. Kakra Samoa says, good morning, Annie. If the whole world is suffering from the effect of COVID-19 and Russia-Ukraine war, where are the numerous professionals and young persons running away from Ghana to? Or, as usual, are they NDC people? I drove past the American embassy this morning. Oh, my God, I was sad because I even saw an old woman holding a cover cloth and it was drizzling. I don't know, the cover cloth was folded, so she was trying to open it up, so she used it to cover herself, and they were standing in the drizzle or the rain. So where are they going to if everywhere is hot? I mean, well, good morning, Annie. It's erroneous for Ellen to say, I like that word, erroneous, I like it, to say that, that there was no freeze on government sector employment. Oh, she said there was freeze. She actually said there was freeze, but they still went ahead to provide jobs. In the erstwhile John Mahama administration, and indeed, there was no freeze in the employment of nurses, doctors, or police. Oh, so you're referring to the Mahama administration. It's palpable lies, and she cannot run away from the mismanagement of Nana Addo Bawumia administration. David Edu Tema, West Constituency, said that in. Edward Bawa says, so Annie, after the well-equipped ambulance pickups, as a sick, pick you up as a sick person, which hospital would they take you to? Besides the comparison is between Mills Mahama 8 years administration and that of Nanado Nana Baumia with respect to the healthcare infrastructure. You say, good morning, Annie. Just a little information for your viewers. The Greater Accra Regional Police Commander has been queried and summoned by the POMAP and the IGP over his handling of over the handling of protesters on Thursday. Okay, that's some information just coming in. Thank you for that. We'll follow up and we'll see how far that goes. Well, I've said that's a bit of when SNIT started registering non-formal businesses to enable themselves and their workers contribute, government counted the registrants as jobs created. Maybe that is what Madam Ellen is referring to, is as increase in jobs. So he used demonstration to champion his cause and is now afraid to demonstration. What goes around comes around. Ismaila Horoya Ali sent that in, and Tafa says that Annie, I'm highly disappointed with the way the police handle demonstrators here. I think all of us are. But let me give you 2 minutes each to land, and we'll go for
Annie,
break.
A lot has been said. I don't see the head on tail, but I'll try to respond to one of the things. This morning, what has been established is that the government does not have solution to the many concerns raised by the young people. The government simply thinks that these young people who are non-partisan, who defy the reins and for 3 consistent days engage in civil disobedience are members of the NDC or are supported by the NDC, then it means that we've lost it. Now, to some erroneous impression, since that is your very sweet word you like, for the information of Ellen, the GBA doesn't award lawyers license. So her call this morning by the GBA to take my license is neither here or there. I'm sure when she gets to Makola, she'll get to read the LI that regulates lawyers and she will appreciate. And so she should understand things before she says them. Secondly, the point about MPP communicators not having cars, and you know what it shows? It shows the system is so hard that young people and even older people who are about 40 cannot pay the duties at the ports. That is the point, that you are in government, you haven't even been able to create jobs for the people who wake up every morning and come and speak for you, because we are all suffering. And so when we pick the Trotro and the Uber driver who is having to pay for high fuel will not ask you for your MPP card or ask you whether you came to speak for government this morning before the app will charge you. It will charge every young person, and that point has to be made. We have been told that because of free SHS, all our problems in this world or in Ghana should be enough. The Ghana Statistical Service just released its data and is telling you that 1.5 million young people between the ages of 15 to 24 years have never had education, do not have any training currently, and are not employed. This is a recipe for disaster. If after implementing free SHS, your scorecard is that 1.5 young people between the ages of 15 to 24. So you can understand why this government and the EC are suppressing first-time voters.
Okay.
Because that is the age range.
Okay.
And 1.5, no training, no education, no employment today as we speak. That is a government that should be calling for a national security meeting.
Okay.
And not as communicators throwing it away.
Okay.
Now,
let me have Ellen.
The final one.
Quickly, I'm being pressed for
They should know that today, because of their mismanagement, an additional 850,000 people have been pushed down the poverty line. So for whatever they came to meet in 2016, today, additional 850,000 people are below the poverty line. The young people who gathered there, some of them are below the poverty line. So as a sensitive government, when people hit the street to protest, if they have not taken up arms, if they do not have access to coup d'etat, if they do not have access to perpetrate any violence, or they have chosen to remain civil and say that let the government hear us for what is their crime, that they only want to speak, the government must be sensitive enough and not insult the sensibility and the intelligence of people. And I've told you, I joined Twitter Spaces, and some of these young people are more intelligent than people in government today. And so it's a shame that this morning we have to come and sit here and the government has no soothing words for us.
So, as I said, you are an opposition that wants to come into power. Fortunately, you are not a brand new opposition, neither are you new to power in this country. So what is your alternative? Throwing insults and jabs at people does not solve the problem. What are your alternatives? What are, when you were speaking, I didn't speak. What are you going to do to make sure that the young people of this country are okay? When you go attacking the president, we're in this country when the former president also, in his time, conceded concessions to his brothers. So we are not going to go there. The fact that somebody is a president doesn't mean that his family people shouldn't work. Or the fact that somebody is a president doesn't mean that his children have not worked all their lives. I find it very distasteful when you go at the children of presidents because their father is a president. So I'm trying to tell me that President Akufo-Addo, at 80 years, his daughters have not done anything with their lives. These sort of things promote jealousy, and it smacks of envy. That is what it is. President Kufuor, when he came into power, had children. President Mahama, I believe he has children, and his children will do well for themselves. Every president's child will do well for themselves, whether it is in Ghana or outside Ghana. So you do not assume that because her father is president, she cannot do her business, she cannot run a restaurant. It is done, and it can be done. When you do this, it shows you off or puts you out there as somebody who is simply envious. You cannot tell me that one day if you become president, your children shouldn't get a life because you are president.
Okay. Well, that would be
years of your life. Your children could become anybody's until you became president.
That is the question. Okay, we'll take a break. That's shortly.
You are your own person, unique, one of a kind, special. That's why you deserve everything tailored to suit your particular taste, your preference, your needs. Just like MTN Just For You. You can get customized offers tailored to who you are. Dial *141# or use the MyMTN app to get to choose from a variety of offers made just for you.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel-Kate Toothpaste. Wow. I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger. Chicky whiter. Chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kids, happy smile.
My son, there's more blessing in giving than receiving. When you fear for you and Kobo the makers in Sranu de.
The pneumatological aberration of the Lord revealed unto me this night that
Medical Hospital, we are proud manufacturers of our own herbal medication. Our zeal and passion to save lives with our patients at heart and outstanding achievements since 1996 has won us several awards. That is why we say, go herbal, go amen. We are located everywhere in all the regions. Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital. Allahu Shafi, God is the healer.
You're welcome. Good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning. Now let's just go straight.
Oh, my little boy is trending.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the first picture.
Okay.
But let's start with Good Morning Ghana and some of the message. This one says that Good Morning Ghana at Metro TV AQQ. Why is Ellen back on the show after that disgusting display she showed last time? You have invited her again. Why? This one says they brought this on Cook Lady again. Okay. Hashtag Good Morning Ghana. And he tell that NPP guy Mustafa, okay, it's a little bit fast, but I thought Mondays are dedicated solely for ladies. Why allow the NPP propagandist youth leader to come and throw dust in our eyes? Away salam. Okay, we strongly believe that President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo will hand over power peacefully to another NPP government because Ghanaians are ready to vote massively against for NPP party in 2024 elections. Okay, let's go to the Julobi, demonstration. And Annie, that's your boy. This is Ghanaians against the corrupt, inept, incompetent, and criminal NPP cartel in 2024. Bawumia is even the best candidate for the humiliating defeat that will await these thieves and liars. Let's take more, and then this one says, while you go out there to preach about things not going well in this country, Ghana, let me also talk about the numerous things that are going great. This one is showing us roads that are going great under the NPP government. Now, this one says NDC is not okay. Ghanaian voters should consider using their votes to express a desire for change and to send a message to both the NDC and NPP. This could be seen as a form of protest, and I recommend that they consider electing individuals for a limited term of 4 years. And Sarkodie is also trending. I don't know, of all the celebrities, people are calling out celebrities to come out and speak against the corrupt government, alleged corrupt government, or that's how you say it, right? And unfortunately for Sarkodie, I don't know why people like to pick up on him. I don't know, because he supports the NPP, like he's made songs to say Nana Twaso and all that. But he has been hit hard with this whole backlash, and because of time, I won't be able to read some of the comments. But Sarkodie didn't give the presidency to Nana Addo. You people should think. I mean, some are also saying that enough of the bashing, Sarkodie has had enough. I mean, he's not the only...
But they know Sarkodie is an influencer.
Yes, he is an influencer. Yes.
Sometimes, do they know why they call them celebrities?
Because they influence people. Their actions influence people. And I think it's enough. Sarkodie has taken enough backlash, so it's enough. But Annie, these are some of the topics that are trending, the hashtags.
Yeah. I normally won't comment on some of your comments, but I think I want to address is that if you find that we're speaking with a man, because they're female panel, it doesn't mean that we are very It's extreme. It's not extreme.
Yeah.
When we need to speak with a man, we will. All right. It depends on what issue that we're dealing with, and it's because he signed a statement that we were using. So just pardon us on that. That's the reason why we have to speak with a man. All right.
Thank you.
So Harry, thank you for coming
too.
through, and thank you for being with us. We started the week. We'll have more coming up from tomorrow up to Friday. This has been Good Morning Ghana. I'll be back on Good Afternoon Ghana as we discuss other issues of the day.